Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out one more of my snares. Today I'm going to be checking out a custom build. This is going to be a Bellbrass shell or a Bellbrass, however you want to see it. This is a sand-casted shell, meaning that it has micro pores. So when you tune this snare a little bit higher, it doesn't lose those lower frequencies. This is a 6x14 to 14x6, however you want to see it. It's a 10 lug setup. Comes through the shorter Imperial lugs because I love Ludwig. I'm a big fan of Ludwig and Slingerland and American drum companies. Comes also with the Ludwig P88 Atlas throw-off, as well as the butt plate on this side. So what makes this shell a little bit different, it's actually my own design. I would want to go ahead and claim that it's probably the first one made ever. So most shells have a re-ring, either top or bottom, especially casted shells have a re-ring top or bottom to add a little bit more attack to them so that they don't sound too tubby and they get, you get a little more crack out of them. So this one actually I went ahead and designed this one completely different, or differently rather. I wanted it to be a reverse re-ring. So the edges here, top and bottom, are actually going to be 3 millimeters. And then here in the middle, it's going to be one big fat re-ring, which is 4.5 millimeters. So I'll try to provide some photos so you guys can actually see the inside here of the shell. I went ahead and hand screwed every screw myself. It's got the hand filed snare beds, which are taken from a 1980s Tama. Comes with the pure sound 20 strand wires here, and also comes with the black nickel die cast hoops. I do have a controlled sound here on the top and a little piece of tape. The sound of the snare, I would say it's very focused. I would say it's very loud, obviously, but it's very focused. It's very kind of controlled, but it has a unique fatness to it, which is great, especially if you're recording with it. You don't have to worry about too many overtones. You're not going to drive the producer or the engineer crazy. If you ever played a casted bronze shell before, you probably have noticed that when you play these, your cymbals will actually start ringing because they're so loud, and it kind of hits the frequency where these things start chiming a little bit. So that's something to kind of consider and think about if you guys are going to either build one or buy a casted bronze shell. So if you tune these a little bit higher than usually, you're going to activate, I call it activating the shell. You do activate that kind of fatter, really cutting, ringy sound. But again, like I mentioned before, being sand casted, it has these micropores, which adds to these lower frequencies, or actually doesn't add to it, but it retains the lower frequencies when you tune them a little higher. So you don't lose them like you do with a lot of other snares. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna try a little piece of tape here. A little studio trick. Let's see how that sounds. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add on what I call a studio ring, or an O-ring, but I definitely call these studio rings, but I have heard them called O-rings as well, or muffling rings.